All right, guys, working on a 2008 Polaris Sportsman 400 HO, and this has the dreaded click. So we got to pull start this thing. It's 400, it's no fun. So you turn it on, you go to start it, and that's all you're getting. Now, this has a good battery in it. It also has a battery cutoff on it. So this four-wheeler sits for long periods of time, so I put a battery cutoff on it, and it's got a solar charger. The battery is good, amperage is good on it. So we're going to show you some testing on here and what you can do to help you determine if it's the starter solenoid or if it's a weak battery. So we'll get all that stuff done, and that'll hopefully help you answer some questions about what's going on with your bike when this starts happening. I made another video on this about checking. It ended up, I think that one was a starter. So I'm going to show you where the power should be going, when it should be going there, and what you should be looking for in your multimeter to help you determine if it's a bad solenoid or not. All right, so let's get started. All right, so we're going to check our battery voltage. That wire on the right, because it has this cutoff, goes straight to the battery. That's a new wire, and it goes right to the battery. So we're going to just test it off of here. And it's a little bit low, but I was just trying to start it, so that'll do. Let's move on. So the next thing we're going to test is the starter solenoid that's up top here, okay? I pulled the boots back. You have two terminals. You're going to have one that goes to the battery that's got constant power, and then your other one is going to go to the starter, and the starter one, we need to make sure that's energized when we turn the key to the start position. And that's going to tell us if this is good or bad. So first thing we're going to do is check voltage to the starter solenoid and make sure that that's good. All right, and this is to the terminal on the starter solenoid, so we know that that's good. It's getting the same voltage. All right, so now I have it on the left terminal there, and that's the one that goes to the starter. So when I turn the key and that solenoid clicks, I should be getting voltage here. All right, you should hear the click in the background. 10.61 going to the starter. All right, so we're getting power at the starter side of the solenoid. I had the boost box on there. I got it up to, turned it on, and it was shooting 15 volts in there. Should definitely have sent it through, and we're getting power through there. So I got a lead on the starter now to make sure that there's no interruptions in the wire anywhere, to make sure that there's no issues with the wire. And if we're getting 15 volts there when the jump box is on, then we definitely have an issue with our starter. So let's turn the box on. All right, and let's see what we got. All right, and that's at the starter. So we need to start. All right, with the air box out of the way, this is a pretty straightforward starter. You got two 8mm right there. All right, you got one right there and another one there. And then you got the bolt that holds on the cord. Now remember that power right there is, if you turn the key, it's going to be hot. So pay attention. All right, pull the starter out, and the starter is seized. It's not even moving at all. It's completely stuck. So got one on order. So guys, I took you through the troubleshooting step by step. If you want to make it easy for yourself, just put a lead on your starter where the power line is going to your starter. Turn the ignition. If it clicks and you got your voltage there, it's a bad starter or something else inside the engine. So you can eliminate all the pulling the front off and everything. I just wanted to show you step by step. So let's get the starter in it. All right, guys, got the starter here. Now this install is pretty straightforward. I'm going to put some grease in an O-ring. I'm just going to slide it in there and get the power line right here mounted up to it, and then put the airbox and everything back on, and then we'll crank it and see what happens. Let me get it installed.